Okay, hi Gali.
Hi. So we're finally live.
Yes, we are very alive.
Yes.
Yes, we like to be alive.
Yeah, this is great. Where do we see everyone's comments and everything?
Here.
There. Hi. Okay.
Hi. Okay.
So we have Rue.
Yes, we do.
Fantastic.
Okay. What are we talking about today?
Yeah, you don't even know.
I have no idea.
Okay.
He just asked me to join this live interview, and he said that he's got some question for me, and I said, "Good, let's go for it."
Yeah. So exactly, I prepared questions, tough questions that I want to give you and ask you and challenge you with, and see what your point of view on them is.
Okay, no problem. Let me just say hi to my friend Avi. Hi, Avi.
Yes.
Hi, Steve. Hi, Steve. And
we have a Facebook user that we can't see the name, but said hi as well.
Yes. And
Rue,
yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's the best, Steve. That's right. Monica, hi.
Hi, Monica. Nice to see you. Okay.
All right. So you ready for the first question?
I do.
Okay, prepare.
1 second. I need a special position.
Yeah, get the breath. The breath.
Yes.
Center yourself.
Ground
yourself.
Yeah, I need to ground myself.
Okay.
Yes.
So here we go. The first question is, when there's somebody that is a well-known creative that I follow. They do Instagram, YouTube, all kinds of things. They're actually very well-known.
Mm-hmm.
And they just post that they get into these situations where all of a sudden they feel unmotivated, just don't want to post, don't feel like being on social media, just like not in a creative space. They just lose the passion for it. They need to take a step back. They need to get their routine again. They need to, and then they feel like they want to do it again. Why does that happen to people?
Why did it happen?
Yeah.
Okay. The only reason you lose your motivation is because prior to that, you've done something that you consider is not okay. And because you've considered something is not okay, it has a side effect, which is the repeating the something of not okay. So if you have a diet and you're on a diet and you eat one piece of chocolate, you'll hit the whole box. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you stop smoking and you take one cigarette, you'll smoke a whole box. Because once you do something that is not okay, in that case, stop production, you will see that after that, it will be very hard for you to go back to production, because going back to production makes you wrong. Mm-hmm. So you have to prove that you are right by not actually doing what you're supposed to do.
I see.
Okay, that makes sense?
Yeah, I see. So you think that...
I don't think I know.
So that I love it. But that person, so they're very successful, etc. But so you're saying that at some point they did something not okay, and then that's why they're not. They lose their thing.
Yeah, they lose their energy. They become tired, because once you've done something that is not okay, now you have, I want to do that, but if I will do that, it will make this prior decision wrong. So I cannot do it, and you're stuck. You are in, like, you feel under pressure. You feel depressed. Because all your energy going to fight your earlier decision. What you need to do is the only handling, or the easiest way to handle it, is to do something badly. So if you feel that you don't have the feeling that you can create something good, create something bad. You feel, I don't feel like dancing because I'm not as good anymore. Go and dance badly. I don't know if I can create this art form, or I cannot create this paint, and I don't know how to paint badly. I'm writing a song, so if I feel like if I don't write songs and I want to go into it, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm deciding I'm going to write the worst song ever. Jack, this is what I'm going to do. Do it badly. Once you do it badly, you prove to yourself that you can do it.
To some degree, at least.
Yeah, you do it.
Some degree of cause, yeah.
And now you can do it a little bit more and a little bit more. And because you're basically good, you cannot really do it badly. You just need to decide that you do it badly, and it will become the best.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
So before you can do something good, you need to do something bad. You need to be able to do something bad. If I want to learn how to play guitar, before I'll be, I don't know, who is a good guitar player? I don't know.
Slash.
Yeah, okay, slash. In Israel is Singolda. Okay, so
Okay.
before you become Singolda or slash, you need to become me.
Yeah.
Like, so you first start bad, and then you can do good.
Yeah.
But since you used to be good, and you stop, you are not ethical, and you stop, and now you feel, but I used to be so good, and I used to produce so much, so you want to go back to there. No, you start bad. Decide you're going to be bad, and because you have a kind of muscle memory, you'll go up very fast. But you need to be able to start bad. You need to have this decision. I'm going to create the worst song ever. I'm going to be so bad on the guitar, and then I will be good, maybe, whatever. But now, right now, I'm going to be bad. Then you will improve. Otherwise, you'll get stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have a lot of explanation and stories and theories and whatever, but you will not move. But there's not so much theories that you can produce around, I'm going to do something bad. It's easy to do something bad.
Yeah, true.
It's easy to. Anyone can take a guitar and do something. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care how bad, but do it.
Okay, so let's say you play the guitar bad.
Yes.
For 30 seconds, and then you're like, okay.
Good, and then you do it again.
Okay, bad, and then what? And then you'll have the urge to...
And the muscle memory will come. You know, you go to the gym. I think gym is a very good example. Anyone that went to the gym and stopped going to the gym, you know, the beginning, when you go back, you are not at the same level.
Yeah.
You get tired quickly. You cannot do as much weight. You can easily injure yourself. All of these things.
Yeah.
And in your mind, that's the end of the world. Now it will take me 25 years, and I'm going to die within 12. So I don't have even enough time.
Not even worth it.
It's not even worth it.
Yeah.
So it will take me 25 years to go back to where I was. But actually, it doesn't take you 25 years. It takes you 2.5 days. And all it takes is to just decide, okay, I'm going to do it bad a few times. I'm not going to do it like I used to be. I'm just going to do it a bit less weight, a bit less repetition. And instead of 1 hour gym, I'll do it half an hour gym. And instead of just doing it without just showing off that I can do, he says 15, I'll say 30. He will say 15, I'll do 16. The general rule,
mm-hmm.
if you want to know, the general rule for success in life is always aim to what you can and do more than you can.
Mm-hmm.
You aim to what you can. What I can do something bad, but when I do something bad, when I'm actually going to do it, do a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's the general rule. Aim for what you can and do more than you can. And you will see for you there will be no failure. The failure will not be possible for you.
I see. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, that answers the first one.
Good.
Thoroughly. I love that. Okay, so you can check with people right now. Pull up the next question.
I love the better to be hand and stuck. Yes, that's true. Love it, Amit. Thank you. Awesome to see you together. Yes. Love it, Raymond. Yes. And thank you for all the heart. Amazing, Gal and Meir, Avi. Yes.
We have a few highs from a few Facebook users.
Hello, beautiful people.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thank you. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes. Hi, Lisa. Monica. And okay, great. Good.
Beautiful.
Next question.
Okay, the next question. So I'm going to jump around because all kinds of topics. This is a challenge for you.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know that I could be challenged, but fine. If
I'm trying. I'm doing my best. But okay. we'll talk soon about current events as well.
Okay.
But aside from that, let's go history. Okay. Mm-hmm. The pyramids in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that is? Aliens? What there's so many theories around it. What are your thoughts? What is it? What happened there back then?
It's pyramids.
They are pyramids, yes.
They've been built from stone.
True.
And who built them? That's probably the first question.
Yeah.
Who built them? The Jewish people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Now, what's the definition of the Jewish people at that time?
Yeah, at that time.
Yes. So generally, the real answer. Okay, it's we need much more data about it, but I will give you the general idea. Okay.
Yeah.
So the general idea is like that. Over the past trillions of years, people live in one universe and they deteriorated from one universe to another universe and another universe. What do I mean? Before the physical universe, which is basically a universe, is an agreed upon set of laws. Okay?
Yeah.
Before that, there was an earlier universe. Let's call it, for the moment, it's not the earlier universe, but just to give it a name right now so it's easily understood. There was the magic universe, okay? And in the magic universe, people could do magics, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened is that those people that were in that universe, some of them did things that the other considered is not okay.
Yeah.
So those people established a punishment universe, the physical universe in our case, okay? And they took those people from here, from the magic universe into the physical universe, the punishment universe.
Yeah.
But those people here were very powerful beings, so they've been there for little time and they came back, and then they send them back and they send them back. And more and more people become bad, and more people move to the physical universe. And those people in the magic universe basically stayed alone.
Yeah.
So they were here alone, very powerful, extremely powerful, but alone. And so they came down to the physical universe. And now we have the idea of gods coming into, or aliens coming into a universe.
Right.
And those aliens, with their knowledge, cause those other people to do things from them and to symbolize them. And the pyramid only bring about the symbols from an earlier universe. And it's a
it's a massive
subject. And by the way, you will see that even today you have people that say, well, I want jails, and anyone that does something wrong needs to go to jail forever and ever and ever, and he can die there until it's happened to you. And then you realize that maybe 1 second it's not always right. It's very difficult when you and you start to think in a different way. Yes,
right.
So everyone agreed very quickly to punish others, but if you agree to punish others very quickly, you will be punished yourself.
Yeah.
And that's really what happened. So there's one universe, there's a deterioration, then the gods of that old universe come down. They eventually get attacked by the people, and they thrown to a lower universe, and so on the deterioration continue.
I see. Okay, so
the pyramid are just a symbol to symbolize the God of the earlier universe.
I see. So a lot of people do say it's not human. There's no ways that humans could have built these things, and the pyramids are way bigger than you see them in photos. You think it's big, but in reality they're huge. And so you think it's for sure not a current human type thing.
I don't think. No.
Okay.
I can tell you exactly how it happened, when, dates, who did it. I'll give you the names, who was the builders, who was the in charge, who was the engineers, all the details.
Okay. That's for another time.
Yes.
That you have to contact him directly to find out. I love that. So, by the way, if any of you guys listening have more questions about the subject, ask. Help me. I need to challenge him. I need help. Okay, great. So let me get the next question, and let's see what people are also saying here.
Yes.
The
next
question. So the next question. So when someone has insecurities about, posting a piece of content, putting out something, they don't feel that that they're good, that they have let's say a huge following, and they're not sure if people are going to receive it in a certain way. They're going to get hate for it. And it makes them feel like, oh, if I do it, it won't get the reaction I want, and they get insecure about it. They really think it's bad and that people won't like it. What would you recommend to someone like that?
Okay, so generally this question is divided to two.
Okay.
Number one, someone that just cannot start and put himself out, communicate.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, we need to understand what's the ramification of not communication. Okay. And I want to explain it by drawing something. Okay,
great.
So let me share the screen here. Here we go. Okay. So what does it mean, space? Space is, this is here, and you have space around you. Okay?
Yeah.
And you put space around you because you communicate out to a certain degree. So how do you don't know something? By not perceiving. So if I don't know there is a wall there, if I don't perceive the wall, it's not there, and my space will become small. It will be this size. Now, what you have in your life is only those things within your space.
Yeah.
Anything outside of your space, you don't have.
Yeah.
Not only you don't have, you don't control.
Right.
Okay? And if you don't control it, it can hurt you.
Right. And you don't, and again, you don't have it because you didn't communicate with it.
Because you didn't create the space. It's not the communicate with it. You didn't communicate. Communicate, create the space. The further you communicate, the further your space.
I see.
So you control only what you consider is within your space.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it.
So the first thing is to understand that all your problems come from lack of communication.
Okay.
It is never too much communication. It is always too little communication.
Okay.
Yeah. But what happened is that you've been punished for communication, because for as long as you're in your hall here, no one bothers you. Yes. Yeah. But once you expand your space, other people walk into that space and they can challenge you and they can have different opinion and so on. Yes. So if you don't communicate, you won't get bothered. Yes. Like stones don't communicate. They don't generally get bothered. Yes. Most of the stones no one talk to. Yes. So then you don't get bothered, but on the other hand, you don't have anything.
Right. If you sit at home on the couch, you're not in the line of danger.
Yes.
In any way.
Yeah. No, the IRS won't come after you because you don't earn. Yes. Yeah. So the major opposition is gone.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have someone in the street that will come and rob you.
Right.
No one will come to your home and steal from you because you have nothing to steal from. Yes.
Right.
Like you're basically dead.
Yeah.
Yes?
You don't exist you have no space.
Exactly, because you have no space. Now, the moment that you start to communicate, you have more space.
Yes.
So what you need to do in order to improve in life is to force yourself to communicate. And this is something that you need to do. Someone need to help you. And what I do in my courses, I take the people and I tell them, now you take the cell phone, now you send an email.
Yeah.
Now you send the WhatsApp. You don't want to send the WhatsApp? I'll send you WhatsApp. Yes. Yeah. So you decide what you want. Yes.
Yes.
So you need to start on a gradient scale to communicate, and you need to look at what's true for you.
Yes.
What's true for you. Yes. Mm-hmm. So you have the first thing. The first thing is you need to communicate. The second thing, you need to understand that once you will start to communicate, you will get communication back. Mm-hmm. And communication back is good. Even if the person that communicate back hate you, even if it's a hater, it's better because you're more alive. Yes. Now, when someone hates you, when someone sends something really bad to you, it's only got to do with how you handle it. Mm-hmm. So it's got to do with how you handle it. And you will see that if you won't be afraid of something, it will not hit you. Mm-hmm. So what caused the bad reaction from the other side is not the other side, is your fear. Yeah. This is the most fascinating thing. Mm-hmm. What caused you to fail is not the other side, is your view on the other side.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So when I look at this pen, the pen looked to me at a certain color, and to you it looks in a different color. Yes. Yeah. So it's not exactly the same pen.
Right.
So what I see, what this pen is our viewpoint. And tomorrow I look at the pen and I would see it in a different way, because what I see and what I get is only what I put there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So if you start to be afraid, you will put something to be afraid of.
Yes.
If you're afraid the action of being afraid is actively putting something to be afraid of. Otherwise, you are wrong. What, I was afraid for nothing?
Yeah.
Yes. No one paid me for that.
Yeah.
The payment for being afraid is something to be afraid of.
Right. Yeah.
So you actually, your viewpoint defined what you see. I see that the general rule that I say is that you find only what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So you first put it there and then you find it.
Yes.
You
Totally.
first put it there and then you find it.
Yeah.
So on the one hand, you need to communicate. And the more you be afraid, the less certain you are, the worse they respond. If you are certain, they will not respond badly. They will be in line with you.
Yeah.
They cannot.
Yes. Or there'll be a tiny percentage that is
They cannot.
negligible.
The tiny percentage is your tiny percentage of doubt.
I see.
I am putting a lot of stuff online.
Yeah.
You can see that the last time that someone attacked me was, I think, 3-4 years ago once, and I've answered him in a certain way, and he became one of my best friends. You understand?
Yeah.
And then before that, there was a competition in 2013 that attacked me.
Yeah.
So I put thousands of posts per year.
Yeah. Proportionally, you should have.
I should have thousands and thousands. And I say things that people shouldn't agree because I say some weird stuff.
Yeah. And dirty jokes.
And dirty jokes. And all kind of things.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting attacked. Why? Because I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
And I'm willing, that's your viewpoint? Well done. You think that I'm a dirty Jew? Don't worry. I promise you I'll send you pictures that I'm going to take a shower. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you think, it's fine.
Yeah, whatever they say also.
Whatever it's
really...
I totally agree that they will have that viewpoint, so they cannot push it on me because you push against me.
Yeah.
This is a problem, yes?
Yeah.
If I pull around, there's no problem. Why? Right. The law is, it takes 2 people to create a problem. It takes 1 person to solve it.
Yes.
Okay? So me and you pushing, this is a problem. 2 people to create a problem.
Yes.
1 person decide to stop pushing, there's no problem anymore.
Right.
Yeah, makes sense?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I love
that.
Did
I answer your question?
Yes, you did. So,
and I see some wow. I see. Is anyone else
from Miami, Florida?
Hi. Yes.
Raymond,
amazing. Yes. Excellent.
Yeah, that is great. By the way, keep the comments coming.
I come definitely out of my hole. Wow.
Yes, that is amazing.
That's amazing. Well done.
Yeah. Awesome. So
so good. Thank you.
Oh yes, that great. So my next question for you. But just about that, just to finish it off. So someone needs to communicate more, but they feel insecurity. They feel I know that they know they need to and whatever, but they're just scared and they don't have someone to push them.
Okay. So what you're going to do if you really start
someone at home, right?
Someone at home and you feel what you need to do is you need to decide actively. Now I'm not going to communicate.
I see. So you flip it. You just say, I'm not going to.
I'm not going, because when you say no, you immediately create the yes.
Yeah.
So if you say, I don't have headache, I don't have headache, I don't have headache, believe me, you'll get a headache.
Right.
Yes?
Yeah.
So if you're really in a bad position and you cannot, just say, okay, fine, I'm not going to communicate. Now, this moment, I'm not going to communicate. I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to communicate. And you call someone to hold you. Say, look, you have to hold me. I'm going to go out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go out. And you really need to do the opposite. Yeah. And all of a sudden, you will have a realization that communication is not so bad.
Yeah, you'll want to do maybe all of a sudden again.
Yeah. And then actually, if you really in a bad position, let's say someone is in a really bad position and he's under drugs and he's really in a bad position, then we always can use the master key. The master key will open any door. But this is a little bit more of a professional handling that, of course, I cannot teach in 5 minutes. You can either talk to me or one of my students that know how to use the master key. And for most of my students have a free helpline. So you can call the helpline and ask them to apply the master key. and the biggest miracle in your life will happen.
Yeah.
Because the master key open any door, and that's the door of communication. No problem, easy.
I like that. The master key is amazing.
Yeah, it's like, wow, yes.
Yeah.
The what? The master key.
Master key.
The master key.
The master key.
The master key.
Yeah.
I've got him here to actually translate.
Yeah, I'm the English translator.
Yeah.
From English
to
English.
Yes.
Yeah. But the master key is something in one of your seminars.
Yes, in the cells, in the wealth formula. Yes.
The wealth formula,
Mhm.
and it's a tool that you can use to
open any block, any door. It's used a lot in sales when you have a problem, and it is a tool that can take any situation and fix it. Any situation, relationship, sales, marketing, money, you name it. And if you look at Facebook, Instagram, on my Facebook, Instagram, etc., you will see that the wins that people have from the master key are just unbelievable. And maybe some of the people that are here and learn with me the master key can comment on it.
Yeah. Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
Next question. So I have a friend of a friend. It's just
that
one.
Sounds not good. I have a friend.
I have a friend.
Yeah.
1 degree of separation.
Yes.
Okay. But he was a well-known presenter, TV presenter, and he got into a scandal. His wife ended up. Anyway, there was a whole story where he ended up basically. There was it was cheating, but it wasn't, and abuse, but it wasn't. And in a nutshell, he got canceled. Okay. Fired, shamed. Nobody wants to speak to him. Destroyed, career destroyed.
Yeah.
And while he did do one thing wrong, he didn't do that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
What would you recommend to someone like that to recover, or at least the first step?
The first step is to do the opposite of the instinct. The instinct is to go into a hole and to hide.
Yeah.
What you need to do is communicate.
Yes.
Communicate. If Clinton went to go through his saga and he stayed the president, he can stay a presenter, whatever happened. Communicate, because the first thing
that's true.
The first thing that happened, is you have a feeling that you have to stop communicating.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he did.
And then you get canceled. You don't get canceled by the people. You get canceled by agreeing with the people that you should be canceled.
Yeah.
You really have to understand. To say I was canceled is an effect viewpoint. So it's never true. It is never the other side. It's you. It takes two to create a problem, one to solve it.
Yeah.
If you continue to communicate and continue to communicate and continue to communicate, and there's a few other steps that you need to do. But first of all, communicate.
Don't retract.
Don't retract. You just go. You've done something wrong. Obviously, be honest and say, I did it. Yeah. Next. Yes. And put as much truth on the line, because what truth do, it's ending cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Someone come to you and there was, there's a joke that this guy owed a lot of money to his friend, and he couldn't sleep, and he turned, he couldn't sleep. And it bothers his wife because she couldn't sleep. So she wakes up in the middle of the night, pick up the phone to his friend and say, hey, listen, he's not going to pay. And the guy said, what did you do? He said, now he will not sleep. You can sleep, because we end the cycle. We said the truth.
Exactly. Yes?
Yeah. So once you put the truth there, you end the cycle, because the truth has the tendency to end cycle on things.
Yeah.
So you said the truth. You may get embarrassed for 30 seconds, but then you'll have freedom for 30 years.
Right.
So embarrassed for 30 seconds, get freedom for 30 years by saying the truth. And now, since you said the truth, you don't have this block
Yeah.
you can actually start to communicate. The only reason you cannot communicate because you still did not say the truth. So it's not they canceled you canceled you.
Yeah, I see.
It seems like they canceled you. It's never true. You canceled you. You first canceled you.
Yeah, you went, oh my God. And you should have at that moment, at that split moment, handled it.
Someone come to me and say, well, you cheated your wife, and you say, yes, I did. Can you please pass me the sugar?
Mm-hmm.
That's how important it is. It's not that it's good. I'm not saying that it's good. It's bad.
Right.
It's terrible. It's the worst. But I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you everything that happened. I did it. I'm the same man before I did it and after I did it. It's better for you to know everything about me, so at least you know the real man. Yes?
Yeah.
So, yes, I did it. Next. What else?
Yeah.
That if he cannot take it, is because he's cheating his wife.
Right.
Because otherwise it's not a problem.
Yeah.
He will understand, okay, people are people and they do stupid things and sometimes they do stupider things. And that's part of being human.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know about any human that never done anything wrong.
Right.
Other than my wife.
Yes. Of course. But I like that because
She's
I know.
Listening, that's why.
Yeah. I know that that he did the opposite. So, which most people do. He retracted.
Impossible.
And he didn't know what to do.
There are a few steps to take. There's a few steps to take in that situation. But the first one is that.
Yeah.
Second is to put. So don't stop communicating. Second, put all the truth on the line. But don't just say, oh, this is the truth. No. Put the facts. Like, this is exactly what happened. Yesterday at 7:00 with this lady at that time in this position, page 72 in the Kama Sutra, whatever, as many details as you can. This is what happened.
Yes.
And then it will end cycle on that. And then you do the next step, and the next step, and the next step, which is how do you take responsibility for it? Actually go and take responsibility, not just make up the damage. Actually do that. And there's a few steps that if you do them, you will see that you will get out of it bigger, stronger, and much more. Bibi Netanyahu, that everyone I think knows by now, the Prime Minister of Israel,
for those who don't know.
Yeah, the Prime Minister of Israel. When he was in the US, he was the ambassador for Israel, and he got caught in a big cheating situation, blah blah blah, and he's done something amazing. He came and he said, yeah, it happened. Pass me the sugar. It happened, and he gave all the data, apologized, took responsibility, handled it with his wife, handled it with his family, handled it with the government, and he's the president for, I don't know, 20 years, or the prime minister for 20 years. And it's not that I'm for him or against him, it's nothing to do with politics.
It's just a story.
Another politician that will not handle it like that will be destroyed.
Yeah, totally.
Will just disappear from Earth.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to most people. They think someone canceled them. They cancel themselves. The lie about canceling, the cancel society, is that the society thinks that you can cancel you. They cannot. If you did not agree, no one can cancel you.
That's amazing. That is amazing. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and there's more data around it. And if anyone needs more data or have a specific problem, call you.
I'll transfer the call to you. I love it. Okay, so in the interest of time, I'll give one more question.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. So
thank you. I see. Love that.
Oh, yes.
Farkash Ezra is perfect. I agree. I definitely agree. Yes. Thank you.
So
love that. Yes.
Okay, so I have another question, but we won't get it.
There's someone here that asked me for the master key, but you are a Facebook user. It doesn't say your name, so maybe put your name or how to contact you.
Yes, whoever said ask me for the master key.
Yeah.
Perfect. I have more questions, but we'll do another segment with
problem.
more of these types of questions that you didn't know were coming.
No problem.
But let's talk a little bit, without getting too much into it, or having whatever about the current events.
Where?
Let's think Israel. Let's think about Israel. Let's talk about that because, but without getting to this is what I believe, because different people. But what would your message be in general to right now people are consumed with staying up at night, worried about what's going on there, and they have their opinions. And what would you tell them?
The short story is like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you look at any war end up with some kind of peace.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah.
If you look over a really long time, not 20 years, a very long time, every war end up with some kind of peace. Yes?
Yeah, it always ends eventually.
It always ends eventually.
One way or another.
So stupid people do the war and then get to peace. Clever people skip the war, and the time and effort they waste on the war, they waste on talking, on communication.
Right.
And then there's peace.
Yeah.
Why they don't get to peace, why they don't talk and instead shoot, is because they don't know how to find out how to bridge this, how to change someone else's mind.
Yeah, without the war.
Without the war,
Yeah.
Yes, because the purpose of the war is to bring the other side to a more amendable frame of mind.
Yeah.
Yes. So if I twist your arm enough, at one point you say, you know what, okay, fine.
Yes.
So this is really what, but you can do that with communication without killing so many innocent people, so many soldiers, so many not so innocent people.
Yeah.
So many people that you were hoping that will die, now they died.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just joking. So there is a way to do that, but most people don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And that's why they resort to war. So when you go to war, you actually admit that you don't know how to communicate.
True. Yes.
So you bring about an agreement by force, which is never an agreement. It's always get broken. The actual thing that will work is once you have that agreement, only if you build actual communication, actual relationship, then it will work. And anyone that saw the Extreme Wisdom series of webinars knows about the snake. Mm-hmm. And you need to find the snake. When people go to solve a conflict, they usually look for why is the conflict? What did you do? What did I do? And it's never why. It's always who.
Yes.
Who created the conflict? It's never why, it's who. Who earned from it? There is a conflict in Israel right now. There was many years of quiet, months of no
missiles and rockets.
And no this kites with the fires. Everything was beautiful, and all of a sudden it's starting. Why? Who is benefiting from it? It's who, not why. There's someone that benefit from the mess. Mm-hmm. And if you spot who it is, then of course you will find the truth and the cycle on thing.
Yes.
And then you will not have war. So this is the general answer.
Yes,
okay?
I see. Okay, I like that, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and now specifically to a war, if you do go to a war, you need to go to a war and end it quickly. Mm-hmm. Because the length of the war is defined by the tone of the person. The worse the person emotionally, the longer the war. Mm-hmm. The person that running the war, the two sides that running the war, if the condition, the emotional condition of the person is very long, you will have a war of iteration. Yes, it will go forever. You've got Hitler on the one side, insane person.
Yeah.
And you've got another 20 leaders of the other side, and they're all cuckoos. The one is a drinker, the one is this, the one is that. The war will take years.
Right.
On the other hand, in the 6-day war, there was a very decisive leader that was A to B, and that's what we do. And why? There's no why. That's because I know in 6 days, boom, it's finished.
Right.
73, there was much more out ethics. The emotional condition was much longer, so the war took longer.
Yeah.
So a war, if you do go into a war, end it. Ippon in karate. One punch, kill the person, end of story. You won, next, end the cycle, now let's build it. And it's not important who is winning even, yes?
Yeah.
Each side want to win, fine, whatever, who wins. But Ippon, like one shot, kill the story. 1 day, finish the war. 2 days, finish the war. Don't go on a war that takes weeks and months. It's insane. It's just insane people go to wars that take years and years and years.
Yes, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. It applies also, I think, for business in general. Like,
why you have a war with your wife, finish it, Ipon. 2 minutes, fight, finish, end of cycle, good. Now let's go and have fun.
Yeah, makes sense.
It have to be like that. The longer it is, the worse is the emotional condition of the parties of the war.
Yeah.
And you will see when the parties of the war are insane, the war takes long. When the husband and the wife are cuckoo, the war takes months.
Mm-hmm.
Every argument takes months.
Yeah.
When the husband and wife are more alive, it takes weeks. And when they are really alive, like at the beginning of the relationship, a war takes 20 minutes.
Yeah, true. That's so true. Yeah. So it needs to be to the point, rapid.
Yeah. You want to go into a game of war, no problem, just end it quickly.
Yeah.
Because the leader goes to war, not the countries.
Mm-hmm.
The leader goes to war. So finish your game, end the cycle, and let's go and start producing.
Yeah, I see. Okay. So what would you say as a final message to people that until now they've had a year of worrying about COVID?
Yeah.
Now they have something new to worry about. There are sleepless nights because of the current event, wars and what's happening, and they're worried. And so what would you tell them to say, look, here's a bit of hope, or relax, it's going to be okay, or so, you know what I'm saying? Something to...
Yeah. Nothing can happen to you.
Okay.
You are a spirit,
mm-hmm.
and the spirit is a nothingness, and nothing can happen to you. Something can happen to your car, something can happen to your phone, something can happen to your body, but nothing can happen to you. And before you will be able to separate between you, the spirit, and your possession, the body, you will not actually improve. Once you will know that you are not your body, you will realize that you are perfect, and anything that is not perfect is not you, and that nothing can happen to you, and you are incapable of doing anything bad. So you can fully trust yourself. And when you'll have that, when you really understand that, not only your life will change, but everyone around you will change, because everyone around you is defined by your viewpoint.
I love that. That's a great note to close with for today. And we'll do more of it like this with questions, just general. And then, of course, we'll do some lives that have subjects and so forth. But this was a lot of fun. And that was a great answer. Great answers.
Thank you. I was not training for them. That's why.
Well, you remain undefeated.
Thank you.
The streak continues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.